Hold it. Hi, I'm Leonard Witt, and I'm here with Paul Bess, and he is publisher, editor?
I'm the editor of the New Haven Independent, an online daily.
Okay. Quick question. I've been asking several people here. What do you see as the sort of future of journalism?
I think we're in the future of journalism. I think there's experimentation going on all the time now, where reporters in a previous era were siloed. There were print reporters, radio reporters, TV reporters. Now they're multimedia reporters with the ability to cover more kinds of stories than they ever did before and have their readers be more engaged. The future of journalism, I think, is the flowering of independent news websites, as well as the morphing of old-style newsrooms that were just print or just TV or just radio into multimedia news sites.
Okay,
I don't know if that answers you.
It does. And you had said in the room there about you run a sort of a community newspaper, but you still defended professional journalists. Could you talk a little bit more about that?
I think that we've actually gone back to the beginning of what journalism was, when you actually get out of your chair and you're no longer seeing yourself as the fourth branch of government, and you're just going out and watching things happen, talking to people, getting information, thinking about it, presenting it in a way people can understand, and giving them the platform to do with the information what they want to as actors in a democratic civic society.
Okay, but I think
I think those tools of being skilled and being paid to find out information and present it intelligently, analyze it, that journalists have always had are still essential to starting that process. You got to start that conversation by doing shoe leather reporting, fair reporting, in-depth reporting that then gives people the tools with which to decide how to act.
So it's a kind of pro-am model that you really like?
Yes.
Okay. Are you optimistic about the future?
I'm completely optimistic because we're living it now and it's more fun than any journalism I've been exposed to in 30 years.
Tell me couple sentence description about what your paper is, your online.
We're a 5-day-a-week online daily news site. We do stories throughout the day about the city of New Haven. We have editions in some other communities too. And we have a very vibrant readership of people who get involved in our stories, comment on them, send contributions. But we're a professional news organization. We produce about 100 stories a week, news in our community.
And you said you pay 5 journalists, right?
6 journalists full-time, 6 half-time, and a bunch of other contributors.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Just one quick question. We were talking as we walked over here. I used the example of the music industry. This is a great time to be a musician if you want to make music, but not if you're interested in schmoozing and that industry kind of stuff. You seem to be living that example as a journalist. This is a great time to be a journalist, maybe, if you're interested in getting out there and reporting.
Right, if you're interested in doing the reporting, and if you're interested in making the music, and if you're independent. It's interesting to watch the marketing that's used by independent musicians through the internet that's bypassing the promotional companies and the large record companies you used to have to rely on to get your music out. Now, if you go to a club now, you'll often see a touring band that it has this website, a MySpace page, that fans will find out about their music by having downloaded their music for free, and they'll make the money by having them come to the shows. I was at a show recently in San Francisco. I was at a journalism conference in San Francisco last month, and I went to a club called The Independent, and there was a band there. I had listened to the woman's music on her MySpace page before I went. While she was there, she told everybody to take out their cell phone. If they dialed the number she gave them, they would then have a song set. They put in their email address. They would have an exclusive download of a piece of her music sent to their address, their email address. And that was the way she was distributing her music, getting herself out in ways that used to have to schmooze with the industry representatives and the gatekeepers from large corporations in order to do that.
So how do you see that crossing over to news media?
News media is exactly what we're doing. We're bypassing the gatekeepers. It's independent journalists who, with a much smaller scale, without having to pay for delivery trucks, having to pay for marketing budgets or newsprint or presses, we're going out and just reporting, and having the barriers to entry are so much lower now at the cost that you can just get your news out there and build the audience from the bottom up.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks.